everyone. I am Tee Miraj, and this is my very first episode on my new podcast. This is going to be basically giving you an idea of my chaotic lifestyle, like all the stuff that I do, like all the stuff that be going on in this head. Um, but what I can say is that when I start things, even if I fail, I'm going to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. I don't give up. But I would like to share with you my new journey. First of all, I'm going to tell you what I do. Okay. For the past 10 years, I have been a respiratory therapist, um, helping people breathe a little bit easier every day. I was one of the fighters during COVID, saw lots of things that I thought I would never see. I've done things that I thought I would never do. Um, I never thought I would even get into the healthcare field, to be honest. That was just something that, like I said, all the stuff that goes on in my head, I wanted to try something new. And it's been a little bit over 10 years now. And most of my job has been in the critical care uh, parts of respiratory. We have like floor therapy, we have, pulmonary function test, home health. We primarily in ICU work with ventilators. We work with very sick people, but that's just one part of what I do. Okay. For the last 3 years, I've also been a travel business owner, and that's something else that I like to do. So we're starting to see a pattern here, right? I like to help people. I help people as a respiratory therapist. I help people as a travel business owner. And when I say that, I invite people to join me as a business owner so that we can both, sell travel together, help each other out how to, market better. So, yes, I am a respiratory therapist. I'm a travel business owner. But wait for the last to T. I'm about to explore a new endeavor. Okay. I'm going back to school at the age of 51. Now, I'm over 51 and a half. Am I? Yeah, I'm over 51 and a half. I'm going back to school to be a licensed vocational nurse. That's what they call it in the state of Texas, and I believe California. Everyone else around the states call it a licensed practitioner nurse or something like that. But it's called LVN here. Yes, I am going back to school at 51 to become a licensed vocational nurse. And some people might say, why are you doing all of that? I know I didn't even tell you all the stuff I've done before becoming a respiratory therapist, but this is where I'm at now. And that's a long stretch. 10 years? 10 years is a long stretch. Um, I like to live a comfortable lifestyle. So, in the meantime, living a comfortable lifestyle, the only way you're going to really do that is you got to make the money that supports that. Okay. So, being a respiratory therapist just doesn't support the lifestyle I would like to live. The business, travel business owner, I would like to do that full time. I'm working my way to that. However, it is also helping me live the lifestyle that I want to live. And also, you probably wondering how is a licensed vocational nurse going to help with that? Well, respiratory being a respiratory therapist is a great career. However, it's kind of like you can't move around as much as you can as being a nurse. You become a respiratory therapist. A lot of times, the different jobs that are in the hospital that you might want to apply for outside of patient care, they primarily take nurses over RTs, or RTs are not even looked at, or even in the job description, it might not even say that, oh, if you have nursing experience or respiratory experience, they always say nursing experience. I shouldn't say always, but a lot of times they say respiratory experience. So I want to do more. I want to do more hustling. So therefore, like I said, being a nurse, you're able to work outside of the realms of the hospital or the nursing home. You can do home health care. You can do immunizations and uh, IVs. So I just want to be able to maneuver more. cut some of my time at the hospital down and do my hustle, which is my travel business, as well as when I do get my nurse's license to do some little hustling there. That's what I want. I want more free time. I want be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it, and not have to put in at work for um, PTO. I want to get off when I want to get off. I want to make as much money as when I want to make as much money. Excuse me. And that being said, I just don't want to be always punching someone's clock until I retire. I'm going to be exploring some other things along the way as well, because I want to be able to retire comfortably. And one of the ways of retiring comfortably is being able to live outside of the United States. Now, I didn't say I want to live far away from the United States, but somewhere close, like somewhere in the Caribbean, where the cost of living is less and my retirement money would go further. Um, but I love, parts of the United States, so I don't want to be too far. So I'm going to be exploring a lot with you guys, and I am hoping that you enjoy the journey, um, and just be with me with this chaotic world. And now I just explained to you, basically the I want to say outside of personal business. Um, but I'm gonna give you some of my personal business. I am also a wife of 20 years, soon to be 20 years, July 30th. I am a mother of two. I have a 24-year-old and I have an 18-year-old. Um, I have three grandchildren, two boys and one girl, and I juggle a lot. So, in the meantime of work, working, traveling, being with my family, husband, children, grandchildren, I juggle two things, and I'm soon to be juggling three. So, come with me, stay with me, and let's get to it. I will I'm pretty sure we're gonna laugh together. We're gonna definitely cry together because I'm insane. I know I am. But I know that this is for me. And that's what's important. People are always gonna say, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And you have to do what makes you happy. Because me getting the bag is gonna put money in my pockets, food on my plate, and a roof over my head. So that being said, let's get it. Let's do it. And I would like to see you the next time.